Welcome everyone. Today we're talking about a critical aspect of men's style that often seems to get overlooked, and that's the importance of paying attention to the details. And as we get older and we want to be taken more seriously, it gets increasingly more important to develop our own unique sense of style and then present ourselves in the best possible way. And one of the ways to make this happen is by focusing on the details that can make or break your entire outfit. And we're kicking this off today by addressing an issue that I think all of us have encountered, and it's dirty, scuffed up sneakers. And whether you like it or not, your footwear is one of the first things people notice about you, and worn out or dirty sneakers can ruin your whole look. So for example, I get this little color transfer right here from the black carpet in my car, and if I let this go too long, it stands out like a sore thumb, especially on white sneakers. So get yourself a cleaning kit like this one that I got from Amazon and use it on a regular basis. All right, moving on. Let's address another subtle detail that can make a significant difference, and that's your shirt placket. A wrinkled or unironed shirt placket can make even the best dress shirts look super cheap. So take time to press and iron your shirt plackets and your collars, and also consider maybe getting a good steamer to handle some of your larger and bulkier items. Let me show you this. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll put this up to the camera so you can see this up close. But the inside of this placket just folds over on itself, and this is straight out of the dryer. I don't know why it does this, but it always does. And what happens when you wear it and it's buttoned and you sit down, it just sort of flares open, and I hate that. So what I do is I get out the iron and I've got this little squirt spray mister bottle that I got on Amazon, and I don't use any type of starch. I'll just squirt this right there. I'll take my iron on kind of a medium to medium high, and I flatten it out. Super simple. It literally takes no time, maybe less than a minute, maybe 2 minutes, tops. And we are good to go, my friends. Now, since I mentioned shoes a minute ago, let me talk about those dented dress shoes from not using any shoe trees. Look, dress shoes are a staple in everyone's wardrobe, especially for those formal and dressy occasions. But these dents and creases from not using shoe trees can really ruin the appearance of all of your shoes. Now, using shoe trees like this helps maintain the shape of your shoes and also reduce all that creasing. And if you already have some dents, maybe consider investing in a good shoe repair service to bring those things back to life. Now it's time to reinforce that classic rule of matching your belt with your shoes. And look, as we get older, there comes a time that you need to fully embrace this, and coordinating your belt with your shoes just makes for a really polished and put together look. A black belt with black shoes, brown belt with brown shoes, it's really that simple. And if you're lacking maybe in the belt department, you've got to go check out today's video sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle. Now look, keep in mind that the more casual your outfit is, the less this really matters. But as you go up the dress code scale to something a little more polished and put together, it gets to be a critical detail that you really do need to pay attention to. Anson Belt and Buckle is a family-owned business with amazing customer service. And what makes their belt so special is this track system with 1/4-inch micro adjustments, so you always have the perfect fit. Now all these belts come shipped to you super long, and then you just cut it down with a pair of scissors to fit your waist. Now you gotta check this out because each one of these clicks is an adjustment. So if you have a little too much pasta one night, you're good to go. These belts come in a ton of different colors and different materials like leather, suede, and canvas. And you can also choose your own buckle style because all of these buckles are completely interchangeable. So check this out. I've got this pair of suede Chelsea boots, and I've also got these sort of tan casual loafers. A light brown belt really doesn't work that well, so I jumped over to Anson and I found this belt because it works really well. And that's the beauty of Anson Belt, because they have colors to match practically anything. Anson Belt also has a neat email sign up where you'll get notified of these complete belt flash sales at up to like 20% off. Now, if you join the Anson Text Club, you'll get all of those same notifications for 30% off, which is insane. Now, they also have this premier high-end collection with genuine crocodile and Italian calfskin, and those are just a little bit more elevated, but still fairly priced for being true exotic materials made right here in the USA. And from time to time, they will run some sales on that specific collection, but you gotta be sure to sign up for the email list. And right now, they're running a special. Just click our special link right down below in the description and get yourself an amazing discount. I might recommend jumping on that box set they have of 3 buckles and 2 straps, and that's gonna give you 6 possible combos, all for under $100. You've got to go through that special link though that I'll leave for you down below in the description. And if you haven't tried these belts, I know you're gonna love them as much as I do because that's really all I wear anymore. So now is the time, get yours today, and thank you Anson Belt for supporting my channel and for sponsoring today's video. Okay, next up, we gotta talk about those dreaded pit stains and just any other stains on your clothing. Because as we move through our daily lives, man, stuff happens, I get it. We might get a little sweaty or maybe spill or splash something on ourselves, and that can lead to stains. To help fight this, maybe choose fabrics that breathe a little bit better to keep you cool, and consider wearing like V-neck undershirts to absorb any sweat. And also, invest in a good stain remover and take care of spills right away or as soon as possible to prevent permanent set-in damage. Okay, moving back over to shirts for a second, I want to talk about those collars that just won't cooperate, right? The floppy collar. Now, typically this gets handled with collar stays and a good iron, but make sure your shirts fit you well, and of course invest in high quality collar stays to keep your collar points in place. Because a sharp looking collar not only looks better, but it also adds a touch of refinement to your appearance. Okay, now this next one I talked about in a video just a few weeks ago, and I got some pushback from a few of you in the comments. And what I mentioned in that video was to keep your shirt collar inside of your sweater collar. And one of the ways that I recommended to do that was to wear a shirt with a button-down collar. Now, some of you guys said in the comments that you don't mind wearing your shirt collar outside of your sweater, and dude, that's totally fine. Do whatever you want to do. But for the rest of us, and just for me personally, let's leave it there, I like a cleaner aesthetic. So the detail that I always try to pay attention to is to make sure that my shirt collar stays inside my sweater, because again, for me, it's just a cleaner aesthetic. Okay, next is those oversized and baggy pants that are clearly too big and too long for you. As we get older, right, and more mature, it's crucial to have well-fitted trousers because baggy pants can make you look frumpy, overweight, outdated, and irrelevant. So try to go for a tailored fit, whether it's your dress pants, your chinos, or even your denim, because there's only upsides to getting this right. Because the right fit can help you look slimmer, you'll look more expensive and high-end, and a lot more put together. Now, the same rule applies to your shirts, and the length of your sleeves is another really crucial detail that often gets overlooked. Now, sleeves that are just too long makes you appear disheveled and careless, and frankly, it just makes you look like you're wearing somebody else's shirt. Now, try to go for a tailored look, and make sure that your shirt sleeves end right at your wrist bone, which allows just a little bit of that shirt cuff to peek out if you're wearing like a sports jacket. Okay, here's another detail that also gets overlooked, because off-the-rack clothing mostly lacks that precision fit that can elevate your overall style. Find a good tailor in your area that can make those minor tweaks and adjustments to your clothing, whether it's shortening your sleeves, slimming down the waist, or adding darts in the back of your shirts, or hemming and tapering your pants. Tailoring will transform your appearance, making all of your clothes look like they were custom made for you. Okay, one more quick word on collars and the infamous bacon collar. Now, this term describes that sort of curled and wrinkled looking collar that we sometimes see on our shirts. This is kind of a dead giveaway of just a worn out shirt. You can try to keep this from happening by investing in quality shirts and proper laundry techniques, and also ironing. If it says to wash on cold or delicate and then hang dry, don't use hot water and then just throw it in the dryer. Also, don't overuse starch when you iron because that can weaken your fabric. Okay, gentlemen, last but not least, now it's time for an uncomfortable but also important topic. Skid marks in your underwear. Look, you and I both know what I'm talking about, and even if you live alone and nobody's gonna see your chonies, you just can't keep wearing those things, man. You've gotta replace them. Maybe use wet wipes when you're in the bathroom, and maybe choose darker colors of underwear to minimize the appearance of any of those stains, and also just replace your underwear on a regular basis just to avoid that nasty wear and tear. All right, fellas, let's all commit to paying attention to these details, and if you like this video, you're gonna love this one right here. Please consider subscribing if you're not already. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.